Hi, my name is HW6-David Velázquez-A01634752 and this is my homework 6. And what is democracy for me? Democracy is basically the freedom we have as citizens of a country where we can choose our governance or our governors in order where we can have some impact in the political decisions in such a way that there are votations or we can choose our political leaders that are going to represent us in bigger decisions. I connect the democracy with the documentary in such a way that what I believe is that in some countries we have a fake democracy where it's kind of like, okay, yeah, you have a voice, you can vote, but it's still like kind of funny how the political decisions are going. For example, in the case of the documentary, how the director told us like how the black people in America still don't have like the rights that the white people have, or how the women still don't have like the equal opportunities as men. So it is like, okay, you have a voice, you can vote and still vote. How the politicians made like these underground decisions, like in the case like when the black people were like making social movements in order to have their equal rights. It's like kind of funny how the American politicians start to make laws in order to illegalize the drugs that black people consume or sell. So like the drugs that white people consume is like not that bad. For me, the most interesting part of the documentary was basically like how these all countries managed to have like very good systems in ways that we can't even imagine in this part of the world, like being aside of the United States, where we are very polarized with their ideas. So I think that, for example, the school model in Finland, where the child really don't have homework and they have like very few hours of study in the school in order for them to explore the world. I mean, like to have free time to question a lot of things and to don't stress their brains or don't stress them in general. And there is shown in the documentary that there's like more productivity in the child, or even in Italy, where they have more vacations and all of them paid, and they have more productivity in that way. And in the other side, in this part of the world where we think that if we work more, we will have more productivity. Or for example, in Denmark, where they have a maximum time in jail of 21 years and very comfortable jails, and as a reaction of that, the criminals have a better reinsertion on the society as other countries like United States, where I think in this part of the world we are fighting to manage better this part with the criminals. Or another examples that I like a lot were Tunis and Iceland. Iceland, in the sense that they have a lot of women enforcement, where there are a lot of women with better jobs. I mean, with good political jobs, or in directive jobs in the enterprises of that country, in such a way that they have like better results with the apport of women. That is obviously is better when there are like the equal opportunities for women and men, that we are fighting a lot with that in Mexico and the United States. And Tunis, where they have like a lot of social movements when they are not agreed with the government. So I think that's another thing we need to have or to do especially in Mexico. I think in Mexico we hardly do that. So all this democracy thing applies to Mexico in our fake democracy, but not as equal fake democracy as the United States, because in the United States they have like better quality life, the basic rights needed, and here in Mexico we don't have a lot of that things. Here in Mexico is in such a way that we hear like a lot of bad news from the government, a lot of bad decisions that we all as Mexicans agree that it's not good for us or does not agree with the decisions, and nobody does anything more than complaining. And from one point of view, I think that we have a lot of power as citizens that we may not know, or we are too lazy to do anything. But as another point of view, there are a lot of history in Mexico, like the kills in Tlatelolco, sorry, where there was a student movement, or Ayotzinapa even. So we have we have fear of our government. So that is the context in Mexico.